like choosing a man because he's got nice chest and strong big arms and he's big, tall, dark and handsome. A woman who's learned something, who's been through life, ain't gonna choose a man because he got muscles and strong and he look like he's a protector. I mean, I see some of these sisters pick guys in their lives that you look at them like, why she pick him? You know? Because she don't feel like that. I don't need this type of man to make me feel safe. Right? But there's a whole lot of different reasons why women choose certain types of men in the whole 9 yards, which is interesting. And what I've always wanted to know was, why is it that good women always choose the bad guys? Good women don't usually choose the good guys. The guys are going to love them. The guys are going to respect them. The guys are going to treat them right. All of that. It seemed like the good girls always like the bad boy. The one, I think, what's going to have a song about that? Mary J. Blige, Mr. Right. So, that's the mystery question that women that are choosing these bad guys need to answer for yourself. Why do good women choose bad boys?
A lot of times people say you choose your father. I don't think that's everybody's story. Well, sometimes you choose that person because
I mean, I've seen my whole 53 years of living, I've seen a lot of nice girls get messed up over bad boys. Because they just was attracted to the bad boy. And the bad boy just messed over them. And so now they meet a nice guy who's going to respect them, who's going to love them, who's going to treat them like a lady and all of that. And they get all of the bad treatment from that system. Because the guy he done ruined them, he done destroyed them, and now they don't have any trust or appreciation for a good guy. I've been wanting to know that for years. Maybe you can help me out. Help a brother out.
I guess, a lot of women have, or as a young girl, you have don't have a correct idea of what the right one, or who the right one is. You have an image or a fantasy in your mind, and you grow up with that. And when someone approaches you that doesn't look like that, it's already set. So you really got to get to the females when they're young. A lot of females have already envisioned their wedding or their marriage, high school or middle school. They have an image or an idea of who he is and how he's supposed to be.
So in other words, what you tell me is that they're trying to live out a fairy tale.
For a lot of females, yes. It's sad, but it's true.
It is sad. I guess it starts with parents telling the truth.
I guess, yeah, and in defining, the characteristics of Mr. Right. Mm-hmm. It's not about how Mr. Right looks, but, his character.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So because a lot of times people, like I said, parents and a lot of people get offended when I say this. You lie to your kids, and then they grow up living a lie, and when they lie back to you, you got a problem. You know, something small like Santa Claus. Then when the kids grow up, it's no Santa Claus. You ready to fight. I was ready to fight when I found it wasn't a real Santa Claus. Because as a kid, I'm growing up, I'm like, man, every year I'm running. My mom and them had a tree out. I'm running to see if Santa Claus brought the presents out. Then one year, we got up early in the morning with no presents out. Where's Santa at? Then all of a sudden, the next day, my mom and them brought the presents out. Then they told us, there's no Santa Claus, we Santa Claus. I was mad. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. What you mean no Santa Claus? I was mad. So, something small like that, just lying to your children. You're teaching the children how to lie. How to live a fairy tale. And then, like what Maisha just said, they're looking at a fairy tale man, a man that don't even exist. My dream girl.
But like you said, it all goes back to your decisions. You know, you have to rule out what you want over what you need or who you need instead of who you want.
Mm-hmm.
Who you want is that idealistic person for you?
It's basically boiled down to people living in the flesh.
Yeah, because I don't even know if you can blame a parent for that. You know, even in elementary school, you got crushes.
Yeah.
But
something just came to my mind here. I think Galatians 5. Let's go to Galatians 5, I think. 5:16. Start 16, go down.
this I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the Spirit, the Ruach, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, and heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like. Of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yah. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And they that are Yeshua's have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. Let us not be desirous of vainglory, provoking one another, envying one another.
That's it in a nutshell. So, if you live by that rule, that would eliminate. And people read that when they going through their storm. Then when they come out, they go right back to doing the same thing. They go back and read this again. Oh, I need prayer. Once they come out, they go back to doing the same thing. Let's go to 2 Peter 1. The flesh, the battle, and this even goes back to the law. The battle is won in the flesh. It is the flesh that don't want to obey the laws of Yah. Period.
It goes a horn.
Right.
After other.
The flesh don't want to obey the law. And we just read it in Galatians where he said that there is no. He said, if you be led by the Spirit, you're not under the law. Now he wouldn't talk about you're not under the Ten Commandments, right? You're not under the law of sin. If you're led by the Spirit, you're not under the law of sin, because sin is the law, right? Sin has papers on you. When you live in the Spirit, you get a divorce from the flesh. And the flesh has no papers on you. It went over somebody's head. But anyway, I just thought I would add it in there. So what did I tell you to go to? 1 Peter or 2 Peter?
2 Peter.
2 Peter 1. Start at 2 Peter 1. This is something old Most High gave me years ago, and this is helpful to this is applicable to this day and time to those who were here, right? 2 Peter chapter 1.
Simon Peter, a servant and an apostle of Yahshua, to them that have obtained like precious faith with us through the righteousness of Yah and our Savior, Yahshua, grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of Yah and of Yahshua, our Messiah, according as his divine power hath given unto us all things that pertain unto life and righteousness, through the knowledge of him that hath called us to glory and virtue, whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. And beside this, given all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience righteousness, and to righteousness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of Yahshua, our Messiah. But he that lacketh these things is blind, and cannot see afar off, and hath forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. For so an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly in the everlasting kingdom of our Messiah, Yahshua.
So, I mean, Shimon Kefa gave us the same thing in his explanation that Shaul gave us by telling us that if these things be in you, you won't be barren. See, the problem with our society is, like we said, we got too much flesh and lust.
It's just making us blind. We can only see what's in front of us. As he said, you cannot see afar off. You don't have no insight.
And lust is not just a desire for sex.
That's right.
Lust means a desire for something that's not for you. You can have a desire for a man that ain't for you, or a desire for a woman that ain't for you, or a desire for a job that ain't for you, or a desire for a house that ain't for you, or a desire for a car that ain't for you. It goes a long ways. But we desire things that are not for us because I want it. And we get it. And man, just another. Go to James right quick. Yaakov 4:1. This is going to answer a question for those who are listening, how you can have victory. Okay, go ahead.
From whence comes wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence even of your lusts that war in your members? Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain. You fight and war, yet ye have not, because you ask not. You ask and receive not, because you ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lusts. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yah? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yah. Do you think that the scripture saith in vain, the spirit that dwelleth in us lusteth to envy? But he giveth more grace. Wherefore he saith, Yah resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Submit yourselves therefore to Yah. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh unto Yah, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning, and your joy to heaviness. Humble yourselves in the sight of Yah, and he shall lift you up. Speak not evil one of another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brother and judgeth his brother speaketh evil of the law and judgeth the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge. There is one lawgiver who is able to save and to destroy. Who art thou that judgest another? Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Whereas you know not what shall be on the morrow.
That's good. So where did the wars come from?
Within.
You know, we so quick to blame the devil. You know, the devil.
A lot of times that thing is already conceived. The seed is planted within. And whatever is what's going on in here, it has a way of manifesting right before your eyes. You already know what you're going to do when the situation comes. Because we've all been in that place before. So back to your decisions.
Decisions. Right?
And when I was reading the verse 9, it says, be afflicted and mourn and weep.
See?
Wow. Let your laughter be turned to mourning, your joy to heaviness. Be afflicted. To me, that meant suffer.
Right.
Deny your flesh.
Right.
Crucify it. Kill it.
That's true. It's a time to mourn. Right? And we've gotten so used to this fast-paced life that we don't know how to just sit. I was teaching the grandkids last week. Rip and run all week long. Learn how to sit and rest.